was, a green product, but people liked the benefits of you didn't need to stain it, you didn't need to paint it, worry about splinters. Over time, consumer expectations changed, and what consumers were looking for is something lower maintenance, something that wouldn't scratch, stain, fade. So what we've come out with is a whole new decking portfolio that has a 25-year fade and stain warranty, and it's also scratch and mold resistant as well. So the thing we see with consumers in Trex is they really pick a lot of complementary colors, dark browns with lighter browns. One major trend moving forward has been a lot of the tropical colors. So, with the ipes coming out of the tropical rainforest, there's becoming a global shortage, and so prices are going up. And so what consumers are recognizing is that we build a competitive product at a retail price that goes head-to-head with the ipe, but also gives you that tropical hardwood look. So we find that to be very, very popular. The other thing is the size of the deck is getting much larger than it was 5 years ago. 5 years ago, the average deck could have been 350 square foot. Now we're seeing upwards of 550 square foot decks, and they're changing the types of materials that you use for building a deck. So, for example, one of the innovations Trex came up with was a metal steel substructure called Trex Elevations. The benefit of that substructure is that you can build much larger, wider spans, longer cantilevers, gives you a flatter surface. And the other thing is consumers are now using the underside of their deck. So if you think about it, if it's really hot outside or if it's raining, you can't really utilize that deck. So what we see consumers doing is they're putting their kitchens downstairs and they're finishing it off with the deck drainage system so that they can utilize that space underneath their deck. What Trex is known as is a decking and railing company. We really changed that 5 years ago to move to an outdoor living company. And 2 years ago, we came out with a deck lighting line that's been highly successful. And what we wanted to do was figure out ways to make it even better for the contractor and the consumer. So what we've done is we've expanded the lineup, and now we got a whole line of landscape lighting. So it's a new system. It's all plug and play. You don't need to wire it together. It all works together. And we noticed that contractors out there building a deck, they're now starting to do those other things in terms of the landscaping and putting in the lighting and the different types of railing and mixing and matching. So when you think about Trex as an outdoor living company, we have the substructure, we have the decking, we have the railing. We're now into pergolas if you're into shade. We have deck drainage, we have the furniture that goes on the deck, we have the landscape lighting, and we have the trim that wraps the deck. So when you think about that backyard, you think about Trex. The one last category that we've added as we're moving into this IBS show is that we now have a line of spiral stairs. So for consumers that don't have as much room on their deck to stairs to run